I found the secret to clearing up my acne, and guess what it is? You need to get knocked up. Period. Point blank, period.
Hey you guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for being here. Today we're going to be talking about KEKE Palmer. And I wanted to talk about this video that I found on Instagram because I feel that it's a bit problematic. In December 2022, via Saturday Night Live, we found out that KEKE Palmer was expecting her first child. I know for a fact that this came as a shock to a lot of people, including myself, not because she's actually pregnant with a child, but because she's very private with her dating life, in my opinion, and she's not usually problematic. You don't see a lot about KEKE Palmer and her relationships plastered all over the blogs and in the media. So initially my reaction to this was positive because I just felt like KEKE was living her life as she should. However, as time went on and the initial shock of her pregnancy announcement began to wear off, people started to ask questions, as they do. And because of this, I feel like KEKE may have been feeling a little bit judged about her decision, which I don't think is right. I feel like women's bodies are policed way too much by men and society already. However, despite the fact that she may be feeling judged or she may feel like people are over critiquing her in this situation, she's still a public figure. She's still an African American woman who's in the position of a public figure, and she still has a lot of young girls or young women who look up to her because of this position. And that's why I feel this post was very problematic. During this video, I'm going to discuss with you guys why. So be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to leave me your comments below and let me know what you think about this content. Also, you guys be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and make sure you turn on post notifications so you can be caught up every time I post. Ooh, child. All right, let's go, y'all. Now, first, I want to start off this video by saying that I in no way, shape, or form wish to bash KEKE Palmer through this commentary. I really just have a lot of experience in situations that are not easy. I have a lot of experience with marriages that are difficult, single parenting, either within a marriage or outside of a marriage that's difficult. And the reason why I feel like I need to speak on this is because there's so many women who are choosing to go down very difficult paths in their life because they don't have anyone telling them that that path may not be the best choice. I just really have a strong disdain for people being led down the wrong path. And there's a lot within our society when it comes to the media, celebrities, and influencers leading young men and young women down the wrong path in life because they're not being completely transparent about the situations that they find themselves in. It's a well-known fact that a lot of young men and young women make choices in their life based off of what they see their favorite celebrities do, because let's face it, a lot of kids do not have the proper nourishment from parental or familial figures. Sometimes celebrities or public figures are the only people that they have to look up to. And despite the fact that it may not be right or fair to those individuals in the spotlight, it's a reality. But what I've noticed lately is that a lot of these figures completely disregard their influence and how they may be affecting younger generations who are looking up to them. Now, with all all that being said, I know that these individuals make choices and they live their lives, and they cannot be held accountable for what every single person who watches them does. However, there is a level of culpability that they have in the situation. I do feel that there could be more care and compassion taken by celebrities or influencers who know that people are looking up to them when it comes to them making certain decisions, or when it comes to how they present their decisions to the public. I also feel that we as consumers and observers of public figures also have a responsibility to monitor and be very cognizant of the types of media and personalities that we promote or support through the power of our financial investment. And in my opinion, while KEKE Palmer is nowhere near as problematic as some of the influencers that we have in our midst at this time, I still think that there are way too many people who are overinvested in what celebrities do, to the point where they make changes in their life, and then when the celebrity disappoints them, they feel some type of betrayal, or they have some type of identity crisis about who they are because of who they've been following. I talked about this a little bit more in depth during my video on what Black women need to leave behind, so be sure to check that out as well. What I hope from this video is that you guys watching can understand that this is the programming cycle that you've been presented with based on the values that are being distributed to us within this society. And whether you like it or not, no matter how much you may adore KEKE Palmer or not, this is the reality. She is a plant that is in place to keep you in the same mentality that you've been in, so that you can continue to spend your money, waste your time, and strive for a way of life within a hierarchy that's more than likely going to be unavailable to the majority of people within our society. Now let's go ahead and watch the full video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, and then we're going to come back and discuss a little bit more about what I found and my opinions on the situation.
So look, I know you can't see right now because I got a face full of makeup on, but if you really get into it, I want you to see that everything right here is extremely flat. What that means is, even with the discoloration that we're going to get to the discoloration, there's no more of the bumps. There's no more of the rays. So I'm here to let y'all know that I found the secret. I found the secret to clearing up my acne, and guess what it is? You need to get knocked up. Period. Point blank, period. The reason my skin is clear is because I'm pregnant with a baby right now. Do you understand? The baby has cleared my skin up. Get into the poreless. I know it look like this is, you can't tell for real, but I need you to know it ain't never laid flat like this. It ain't never laid. Call me Keke Wyatt, because I'm about to be pregnant for the rest of my life.
Now here's the thing. While it may be true that your skin will possibly clear up through being pregnant or having a pregnancy, that is not a good reason for you to go out and get pregnant. That's not something that we should be advertising as a good reason to go out and get knocked up. And what I've noticed, not only in my own pregnancies, but also in observing and comparing stories with other women who have children, your skin may clear up while you're pregnant. Your hair may grow while you're pregnant. You may even have a different glow while you're pregnant. But then once you have that baby, everything goes back to the way that it was, or in some cases may even end up worse than what it was before you got pregnant. The reason that I feel like it's so problematic for Keke to be saying this is because she's already built up a rapport with her fans, with her audience. She's already known for being extremely wholesome and definitely has a quote-unquote good girl image. With that being said, the young ladies who may be watching her post this on Instagram could see this video and think, well, if Keke is doing it, then I can do it too. If it's working for Keke, then it'll work for me too. If Keke can figure it out, then I can figure it out too. And it becomes a very slippery slope when you think about how many young women could be affected by what she said. That's why I'm so adamant when I say that we cannot be putting our entire faith of existence into these celebrities and influencers, because their actions may not be in alignment with what we need to be doing as individuals. That's why I feel that celebrities and influencers have a responsibility to their patronage when when they present a situation to the populace without discussing all of the aspects of that situation in a realistic manner. And some of you may think I'm reaching, some of you may say I'm doing too much, and that is none of our business anyway, which in reality, you are partially correct. However, when there are individuals who are young people in this community and in our society that don't have the proper guidance from an authority figure or from a parent or their family, we as a society end up having to deal with the results of their behavior when they grow into adults, when they didn't have the proper guidance as a child. We have to deal with that. Our children have to deal with that. Everyone is going to have to deal with their decisions at one point or another. So the crux of it is our business. And because of who KEKE Palmer is, she has a much further reach as to whose mind she's influencing within our society. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that KEKE Palmer has done a lot within her career, and she is in no way, shape, or form someone who I think is an overall problematic person. I just don't agree with this particular post. If you don't know who KEKE Palmer is, I found an Us Weekly article that highlights her accomplishments and lightly touches on her attitude towards dating and the situation as it stands. Who is KEKE Palmer? Palmer, who has been acting since the age of 9, got her first big break by appearing in 2004's Barbershop 2, Back in Business. The actress has also appeared in 2006's Medea's Family Reunion and starred in the Nickelodeon series True Jackson VP from 2008 to 2011. She landed her first leading role in 2006's Akilah and the Bee as an 11-year-old who competes in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. 3 years later, Palmer made history as the youngest ever talk show host on BET's Just Kiki. That same year, she became the first Black actress to play Cinderella on Broadway. Quote, "I hate saying it was a huge deal that I was the first African American to ever be a part of this musical," she told Essence in 2016 about being the Disney princess. Quote, "But I loved that my little brother and sister got to watch this show and actually see a diverse world just like the one around them." The former child star also appeared in the Showtime series Masters of Sex, FX's Scream Queens, and even took up guest hosting duties for ABC's Strahan and Sarah in 2019, while Sarah Haynes was out on maternity leave. Ultimately, she was brought on as a co-host, and producers rebranded the show as Strahan, Sarah, and Kiki. The show, however, was axed in May 2020. In 2022, Palmer appeared alongside Common in a dramatic thriller Alice, an indie film that debuted at the Sundance Film Festival. And one of her biggest movies to date has been the Jordan Peele horror film Nope, which hit screens in July 2022. The Broadway alum is also an animation veteran, having lent her voice talents to the 2022 Pixar film Lightyear in the role of Izzy Hawthorne. The article goes on to discuss her soon-to-be child's father, Darius Jackson, saying, "Who is Darius Jackson?" HBO fans may be familiar with Darius's younger brother, Sarunas Jackson, who appeared in the Issa Rae series Insecure. KEKE Palmer also appeared in the comedy. According to his LinkedIn page, Darius has been working in both fitness and entertainment for more than 6 years. He also runs a YouTube channel which has amassed 19,000 subscribers. The site claims he is also an instructor at Inspire Fitness. The workout guru is seemingly interested in expanding his career into the film industry, listing his experience as varying between acting, stand-in, background, sports reporting, sports marketing, and writing. Now, you guys, I tried to find that YouTube channel, but maybe I'm tripping. I couldn't find it. The article goes on to say, when did KEKE Palmer and Darius Jackson first meet? The two have kept their relationship private, but it's believed the pair met at Issa Rae and Diddy's Memorial Day party in May 2021. In August of that same year, they went public via his Instagram page with a special birthday post from Jackson. Quote, "You've been a blessing from above," he wrote at the time. Quote, "Never would have expected summer 2021 to turn out the way it did, but here we are. I'm glad we were able to help each other throughout our lowest of times and show one another that what we are bringing bringing to the table is everything we got. Y'all, I don't know, but I don't like that quote, okay? I don't like that quote. The reason why I feel like that quote is a problem is because not only is he talking about helping each other throughout the lowest of times, which may not be a problem because maybe Keke was going through things as well, but it just seems like when you say something like helping each other through the lowest of times, there's some type of support that was given by both parties, but it also is reminiscent to me of a codependent relationship or a relationship that's resembling something like a trauma bond. Also in the quote, he said, and show one another that what we are bringing to the table is everything we got. But we all know Keke Palmer got way more than what he got. And it may not be necessarily in spirit, but financially and opportunity wise, Keke Palmer is bringing a lot more to the table, and it just feels imbalanced to me. Now, I don't have any information to back up this man's bank account or his net worth or however much he makes in a year, so I can't concretely say what he's bringing or not bringing to the table. But the reason that I said this is because Keke Palmer goes on in the article to talk about how she feels about dating, and I think that some of the things that she highlighted as fears or questions that she asks herself when dating are some of the same things that have happened with this whole situation involving Darius. The article says what Keke Palmer has said about dating. So this is probably talking about what she said in the past. It says the Proud Family actress. The Proud Family. She was on the Proud Family? Y'all, I read that and I had to go look it up because I do not remember Keke Palmer being on the Proud Family. But I digress because I looked it up and she was a voice actor for the Proud Family. It says the Proud Family actress has stated she likes to keep work and romance completely separate, opting not to date someone in the same career as her. Quote, I've always had the same philosophy when it comes to dating, she told Harper's Bazaar in March 2020. Quote, not that I wouldn't give someone a try, but trying to keep my private life outside my work life. To me, it's easiest when you don't date someone with the same career. She continues, I think a lot about like, does this person really like me for me? And it's not just romantic relationships, it's friends too. That wavering, that's the most traumatic thing about fame. However, the Lightyear performer did open up about her then new romantic connection with Jackson when appearing on the Tamron Hall show in November 2021. The I Don't Belong to You singer confirmed during the interview that she likes to keep everything quote unquote low key, but said it became quote more difficult to hide the relationship. She ultimately decided not to hide quote something that makes me happy, she said. When Tamron Hall asked what attracted Palmer to her beau, she cited his authenticity, saying that while he understands the industry she's in, that's not what he's about, and referred to him as quote industry adjacent. The journalist turned talk show host also asked the actress what a date night looked like between her and Darius, with Palmer saying she likes to quote keep it casual, noting that she enjoys quote unquote a little retro vibe, with the pair often attending drive-in movies or heading to a boat cinema event. Now, you guys, in my opinion, honestly, I don't necessarily think that this is a relationship where Darius Jackson is only using Keke for her influence. I would hope not. I'm not going to speculate on the details of their relationship. If she wants to be in a relationship with someone, she has a choice as to what relationship she wants to be in. But like I spoke about earlier, her image is very prevalent in the lives of a lot of young women and young girls. They look up to her as a role model and as an example for their lives and how they should live, what they should strive for, and what looks good within the eyes of society. And despite how she may feel about Darius, the reality of the situation is that her image or her star power is going to propel him forward whether she likes it or not. I just feel like all of that in combination with the comments that she made on the Instagram post are extremely problematic when it comes to the people who she's influencing. It's showing a group of young girls, specifically young Black girls, that you should go out and get pregnant by someone who, number one, is not on your level, and number two, you're not married to or in any type of committed relationship with, just so that you as a preteen or teenager can have clear skin and get rid of your acne. I just think that that's setting the wrong example for young ladies who are coming up, who may be trying to better themselves in their life and who don't know any better or may not have any good role models around them to tell them differently. And I just hope that in time, KEKE doesn't come to regret these statements. But I still wish her all the best in her endeavors, because Lord knows and I'm sure a lot of people who may watch this video or who may not see this video have made decisions in their life that they can say that they regret, or decisions in their life where they wish they would have put a little bit more thought into the choice that was being made. That's why I wanted to express to you guys that I'm in no way, shape, or form judging KEKE for her actions. I hope that she's truly happy and that this is the relationship and family that will stand the test of time. But for any woman, young lady, or young girl who may see this video, I want you guys to know that pregnancy, especially pregnancy out of wedlock, or even a marriage and children with a person who is not equally yoked with you, or where a relationship is imbalanced, is not what you want. And a baby is not going to solve your problems. But that's all I have for you guys. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys be sure to get into those comments below and let me know what you think of this situation. Let me know how you feel about my commentary on this subject and the fact that KEKE Palmer has decided to have a child out of wedlock with someone who appears not to quite be on the same level as she is. You guys also let me know what your experiences are when it comes to having children and what you've learned from parenthood as a whole. And also be sure to include any details that you think I may have missed in this commentary. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you can be caught up every time I post, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.